Almond is curious, talkative, and trainable. Medusa is high energy, friendly, raised with cats. Bambi, Angel, and Bolt are energetic, vocal, and sweet. What to do if your pooch gets too hot or is feeling anxiety because of fireworks. We have cute kitties as well. It's Pick Your Next Pet at the ACAPL.
Yeah, there you go. Everybody, welcome back to the APL. So if our first pup you guys are meeting today, his name is Almond. Now he is super cute in my opinion. You know, he's got the look that I like, the shorter fur that's easy to keep groomed, the beautiful tan brindle. Now he is just a puppy, so I would age him at like maybe 7-ish to 8 months. I'm not sure what our vet actually thought once she put her eyes on him. Definitely you can check our website, but I think he's a doll. He came in with another dog, so he is dog friendly, but he's kind of a barker. I don't know if his brother taught him that or if this is something he's just kind of picked up, but he's been doing that since he got here. So he barks at things that he doesn't quite understand or are new to him, which are a lot of things. So even the other day in the shelter, he was walking by where our scale is, and on our scale, the part that actually says the weight is like up, he started barking at that for some reason. It didn't beep, it didn't make a noise, he just was confused by it, so he barked at it. But it's not like an aggressive or mean or even scary bark. It's just like it's just a noise. He just has to make noise, I guess. He is pretty good in his crate. He will have accidents, but if he gets out for regular potty breaks, he will go potty outside. Just on our walk up to here, Bob can attest that he peed in the middle of the parking lot because I didn't have him in the grass yet. So I would say potty training will go pretty quickly. And even in his crate, he stays calm. He's not really a barker. He doesn't cry or make a lot of noise. He gets excited when he sees you, but if you leave him be, he'll curl up and take a nap. I do think he'd be okay for families. I'm going to say either, not necessarily big kids, but like school age or older, or, you know, just you're going to be comfortable and confident splitting him up from little kids, only because he's, you know, he's right at that puppy age where they get really mouthy. His big adult teeth are coming in. He wants to chew. He wants to play. So you'd want to watch him around really young kids because he just doesn't even realize how big he is and how rough he can be. Because he's a puppy, because he's younger, I do think he has the potential to be in a lot of different homes. So if you've got cats, if you've got farm animals, if you've got a lot of people coming in and out all the time, maybe you run an Airbnb or a bed and breakfast and you know, have a lot of guests, I think he has that potential to be really just friendly with everybody and a really, really good dog. So I definitely recommend coming to meet him as soon as possible. He is an absolute doll. Come.
Come on, Almond, we need to change the scenery.
Ready? Go get it.
All right.
Good boy. Oh. Oh, you missed that. That was funny. He dropped the ball and then body slammed into the wood part. And you dropped it too? Look at that. You sit. I'm going to get a quick picture of you while I got a second, okay? No, down. Now I have to be much more strict about that than I used to be.
Aww.
Good boy. That's the goodest boy. Okay, go get Bob. You're so smart. You're so smart, ready? Yeah! You
He dropped it.
Oh, you better. You know where the cookies are. You know where the cookies are, don't you? Next up on our list today is Miss Medusa. So she was, I believe, part of a humane situation, but it was still like a willing surrender. I don't remember the exact story, but I know that we do know her owner. Her name was Medusa, and we have a little bit of information about her. So she was raised with cats. Now, we do know that being here in a shelter can change their personalities a little bit. So if someone with cats wanted to adopt her, I would still use caution. But I know that there were, I believe, 5 cats in the home. And she is young. She's probably, maybe she's a year now, but I believe she was about 9 months when she first got here. Very high energy. She is very stressed out as far as in the kennel goes. She did just get spayed recently, and that actually has helped her calm down a little bit. So it's possible that her hormones are or were kind of playing a role in that. Hi, big girl. She definitely is a big baby. She wants attention, she wants love, but clearly you'll kind of see in the clip she also does just like to sniff and have fun and do her own thing. So I think if you had a fenced in yard, she'd be happy as a clam to just go out, do her own thing most of the time. But in the house I could see her being a little bit clingy. I could see her kind of wanting to be where you are and know what's going on. I'm not sure about children. I have no concerns about her though, so I do think she could go to a home with kids. She's just very sweet, very curious, and she has a lot to learn, don't get me wrong. She still has that very like puppy attitude, puppy energy. I would not say housebroken, but again, I think a lot of that is the stress here causes her to have more accidents and go potty more frequently than she would in a home. So I would love for someone to give her a chance, or even a foster, a break for the weekend, just so we can see what she's like in a home, because she's one I have a very strong feeling that is different away from the shelter. And I mean, I love her here as it is. I think she's a great dog, but I do think that she'll flourish and just do even better in her forever home. Pretty, come here. I got cookies for you. I know you love cookies. What has he got me? Let me sit. You know any other commands? Oh, I'm running out of cookies already. How the heck? You guys ate me out. You guys ate me out the whole pocket. Come on, sit. Sit. No. You know, down. Oh, is that down? Good girl. No. See, the jump in the face afterwards, not cool. Sit. You shake. Or paw. Or shake. No, don't know that one. That's okay. You're trying. You're trying, and that's all that matters, huh? You'll get there. You'll get there, beautiful girl. Yeah. It's just a baby too, huh? Alright, so next up is a little trio, which I think might be a first, besides maybe some other times I've had litters of puppies out to meet you guys. So we have Bambi, Angel, and Bolt. You'll see some clips of them kind of individually. Bambi is our oldest here. I believe we have her aged at 12 or 14. I mean, she's up there. She's definitely an older dog. Now, I'm sure you kind of know that little dogs can live quite a long time. So even at 12, I still think she's got quite a few good years left in her. She still has plenty of spunk, plenty of personality. She did just have to have almost all of her teeth removed. So they were super infected and really causing her a lot of pain. So when we got her spayed, we went ahead and took most of her teeth out too. If not all, like I said, I'm not 100% sure how many came out of that. Bolt is the male. He's got the nice pointy ears and short fur. He probably, I would say, is the friendliest, just in the sense of like he warmed up the quickest. He was very like, even when he was shy, he really wanted to come out of the crate, say hi, that kind of stuff. And then Angel would be our other female. She's also younger. Both her and Bolt are aged around like 2, 3, 4, right in that range. Angel is not fixed yet, so she is not available for adoption, but I still wanted to show her to you because she should be on our next spay-neuter date, which will be very, very soon. These 3 can go all together to a home. They can be split up, but I mean, we would love for all of them to go together. Hi! Now I'm your friend. Now there's no other option, huh? Come here.
Oh, we'll settle for second best.
Yes, so they definitely can be separated, I think, but they could also go together, or maybe like the 2 young ones could go together and the older one could be separated because she's kind of over it. She tends to have to correct them a lot because they're playing, they're going crazy, and they're running into her and they're hurting her. She's in a lot of pain right now with her missing teeth, and she just got fixed, so their rough and tumbleness does tend to annoy her. Let's just say that. They are little escape artists, I will say that. We just witnessed it before before I brought them out here. They will find any little crack or crevice that they can fit in and try to sneak out. So be careful where you're putting them, even if you have a fenced in yard. If it's got large gaps, they may still try to sneak out. So yeah, they're rotten little stinker butts, but you know, I know people love their little dogs, love their chihuahuas. Little dogs, big attitudes. I would say only older children or an all-adult home, just because they are a little slower to warm up. Like, don't get me wrong, once they love you, but they can be a little bit shy. This one specifically was a little bit, she'd show her teeth a little bit when at first she did not want to be picked up. Not all of them didn't really want to be picked up, we just kind of had to do it. Now they're okay with us, but it took a little while, so I wouldn't want rowdy children with their skinny little fingers possibly getting hurt.
So they came in separately?
No, they all came in together.
Okay.
They're from the same home, so they're possibly related. Older one could be mom. They all could be siblings from different litters. You know, I don't know, but they definitely all, like I said, they love each other. They do get along. The old one just needs her space a little bit more than she's getting right now.
She was playing.
Oh, she does. Yeah. She likes play. She loves squeaky toys. They all love squeaky toys, but her specifically loves squeaky toys.
I like them too.
All you do is like one little squeak and she goes nuts and she wants to steal it from you and grab it. Yeah, so they're quite a trio. Please come in and meet them, even if maybe you don't think you're a small dog person, but you know it's like that time that you need a small dog. This is a good group. So I would say come meet them. Look at them. They're such stinks. Rotten little baby. Oh, hi. Careful with your sister or mom, whatever she is. Yeah, you tell them.
Sister, mom, what's the difference?
Right? I just say mom because she's so much older. Like, I would guess that these were from either possibly the same litter, could be from 2 different litters. Hey! Quit it. Get over here. Sticking her head right through the fence.
Welcome to Ask Ashley today, and we are doing it outside because there's no power inside. Ashley was supposed to pay the electric bill, and she went out bar hopping instead. So.
I'm already slacking on my responsibilities because I'm leaving soon, so I'm just letting somebody else handle everything nowadays. You know me.
So what we want to talk about is first of all is the heat and your animals. Mm-hmm. I mean, all the dogs and the cats have fur, so it's kind of like walking around with a fur coat on all the time, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
So what do you do? Spray them down, throw them in the lake?
Yeah, so every dog is definitely different. So it's important to know your dog and how sensitive your dog is to the heat. There are plenty of people out there on the internet that joke. It goes both ways with the heat and the cold. You know, you have your dogs that you're trying to keep them cool because you're so worried about them, but they love to sunbathe. Same thing in the winter. People get all worried about, I gotta bring my dog in. Well, then it's a husky or a Great Pyrenees that loves the snow and doesn't want to come in at all. So it is important to know your dog and know what their tolerance is. But still, in general, like children, you sometimes have to be the parent and say no. I've had to do that to my poor dog a lot recently. Bring him inside even though he wants to be out being his little neighborhood watch. You want to watch for, signs of the excessive panting and lethargy. I know one thing I want to point out is that people tend to think that a dog house is sufficient shade for a dog when they're tied up outside, and it is not. It actually gets hotter inside of a dog house, especially like the plastic igloo ones.
Oh, yeah.
It gets hotter inside of those than it is outside. So I know that our dog wardens and our animal control officers, they do have a heat gun, and if they have suspicions, they can come and they can check it, and they can show that to you to show you that it's usually like 10 degrees hotter actually inside the doghouse.
What about these I was going to say idiots, but I'm sure they're very nice people otherwise, but they decide to go into Lowe's for a while and they leave the dog in the truck or something with, open the window that much.
Same idea. Even with that little window cracked, you think they're getting fresh air. It's not enough to combat the heat coming in through the windows and just cooking that car. I know with cars, that temp can skyrocket within like 10-15 minutes. So highly do not encourage that at all. As much as you think you want your dog to be out and doing as much as they can during the summertime, honestly, inside, whether it's AC or if you have like nice fans in your windows or whatever, inside where they can stay nice and cool is the better option. If you do suspect your dog of being overheated, I would definitely call your vet so that they can make recommendations to you, or an emergency hotline. But here, I know we have had a case before where a dog came in with some pretty serious, pretty high temperatures. And the big thing is you can't just immediately try to drop their temperature too fast, because that will shock their nervous system. So you do want to do it slowly. So I remember that we put her in front of a fan, laid her on the cool floor that we have back in our space that is very well air conditioned. And we offered water, but you don't want to like dump it on them or force them to drink it. You wait for them to feel well enough to drink. You can do like cool towels to wipe them down, but you don't want to do, like I said, don't do ice cold. Don't do anything that's going to like shock them back. And then you want to check their temperature regularly over intervals, 15 to 20 minutes at a time, and make sure it comes down to what's ideal. So that's why I do recommend still calling a vet so they can advise you directly. But just not too quickly if you do suspect anything.
If they start to drink a lot of water, should you like take it away for a little bit or something?
Yeah, I would say don't let them drink too much water then, because sometimes when dogs think they're so hot, they want to drink too much, and then they're just going to puke it back up anyway.
Yeah.
So that's a good point. Once you start offering water, just do a little bits at a time. Another thing we talked about touching on is fireworks.
Yes.
So when we're filming this, 4th of July is only a couple days away. It'll probably be the whole weekend that there'll be fireworks going on.
Yeah, they'll be, well into next week.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sure for the rest of the summer. I mean, I know there's festivals every single weekend. Wine and Walleyes at the end of the month. And
the crazy neighbors that buy all kinds of fireworks instead of just going down to the lake when they have them.
Absolutely, yeah. People love their backyard parties and everything. So we always get in quite a few strays over this holiday week because dogs get very scared and they will jump out of windows, break out of fences, and behave in ways that is not normal to them. So I'm going to highly, highly recommend, again, your dog does not want to go to your 4th of July party. Most likely. Some dogs are super well adjusted and will behave, but your dog doesn't need to go. He can stay home in his crate or in his room where he's comfy, with the fan on, with the TV on. That's a big thing. You can turn the TV on for them, turn the volume up. That way any booms kind of blend in the background. We have music boxes here, actually, that we leave on all night, every night, because it helps drown out. We've got the train in the background, in the back and everything. You can also, it's a little short notice now, but for future reference, you can speak with your vet about medications to give them. It doesn't have to be a regular thing. It can just be as needed when you know that fireworks are coming. There are also some like over-the-counter type calming aids you can buy at like Pet Supplies Plus if you go there and talk to the workers there, that they can help naturally calm your dog. They might have melatonin or CBD in them. And we have had success with things like that here as well. So please, keep your animals safe. If you are going to let them be outside in a play yard or anything like that, make sure they have their collars on with their tags, with at least like a name and a phone number. If they have their dog license tag or a rabies tag, something on them that identifies
chip would be
them.
nice.
If they're microchipped, even better. That way, if they end up here or at a vet's office or something like that, we can immediately get them back to you, because we don't want them here. They don't want to be here. They're scared already because they got scared off with fireworks. I've had people calling already saying their dogs are missing because they got scared. So keep that in mind for the rest of the summer. Keep your puppies safe.
Do you have any statistics at all on how far a dog that escapes, how far he's found from his home? I think that'd be interesting.
I think usually it's not very far. Usually they do stay close. The problem is they tend to go and hide in areas that humans can't access very easily. So that's why some companies out there that are like deer recovery, that have drones and things like that, can actually find your dog like that, because they have heat-seeking drones that can fly over and find them. So if you do lose your dog over this holiday weekend or at any point this summer, give us a call. We have a couple resources we can give to you besides just calling like the dog warden or animal control. There are some local companies in the area that have helped people find their lost animals.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Alright, so the first kitty we met today, his name is Yoshi. So we had to do things a little bit differently because the power is out and it is dark in the cat room. We couldn't really film the cats doing anything. So I got him out. We tried to get a couple pictures, and Bob will put him in the video while I talk about him. So Yoshi is a male. He is from, again, majority of our cats that are here right now are from the big humane intake we had a month or so ago. Some of them may be from other smaller humane cases or owner surrenders, but I do believe Yoshi was from this group. Extremely friendly. Let me tell you, I don't get to interact with the cats that much anymore. I kind of go off of what the staff is saying about them or what little time I do get to spend with them. I know which ones are sweet and which ones are spicy, but Yoshi didn't really have any signage on him. I hadn't heard much about him, but I bent down to say hi to the cat below him, and he reached out and grabbed my hair. So I figured that meant he really wanted me to talk about him today. So I scooped him up. He curled up right in my arm, had no problem with me holding him, was rubbing and loving all over me. He has those big fat tomcat cheeks, which I just love. And his coloring is so pretty. And I mean, like I said, majority of the cats from this big case are super sweet and friendly, and he is no exception. I mean, he's wonderful, a very, very sweet cat. I think he would get along with other cats. I know this group had dogs around them. Well, some of them did, some of them did not. They don't seem to be too big of fans of dogs, so I would be a little hesitant, but you never really know till you try in a home. So just, use caution if you're going to move forward with that. And same thing with kids. I don't know if these cats have been around kids, but because they're cats and they tend to be very flexible, and like I said, he is very, very extremely loving. So I think you'd have a really good shot at putting him in almost any home. He's an absolute sweetheart. I loved snuggling with him. I already can't wait to go back in there and say hi to him again, or maybe say bye to him tonight before we leave for the day. And then the second cat you guys will see in some pictures here, her name is Reba. Now, she's a pretty tiny cat, and now both Yoshi and her are only aged at a couple years old, a few years old. But let me tell you, Reba's much smaller than Yoshi. Yoshi's like a nice, solid, like I said, he's a tomcat, so he's got a little chunk on him. But Reba is funny because she looks so tiny. You'd almost think she's a kitten, like under a year old, nothing to her. But then you pick her up and she does have some heft to her. So trust me, these cats are eating good. They probably were eating pretty good in their previous home, even though they were a little sickly and under the weather. Now they're feeling good, and they eat really, really good. They empty their bowls and then scream at us for more. So keep that in mind, that you'll have some hungry kitties on your hands if you come and adopt one or two of them from us. But Reba's a sweet little tabby. And I will say one of our volunteers was in there that works with our cats pretty often and said that Reba was very sweet, very friendly, playful, all that, but was not a fan of getting her nails trimmed. So Reba is one that you might want to invest in a scratching post or have other options available for her, because she may want to keep her nails short herself and not have them trimmed.
I'm a walking the dog and I'm never blue. I'm a walking the dog. I ain't thinking about you.